What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here, Farming Simulator 25, Rags to Riches series. This is episode number 35, and we have got a lot of work to do, as we do in every episode. I feel like I say that in every episode because it's true. I mean, farmers work. It's one of the things that makes a farmer a good farmer is a lot of work. And we have $189,000 in the bank right now. We are working our way towards buying a harvester. We have one more month, basically about a month, maybe 2 months before we have to buy a harvester. So we need to keep track of our money, save some of the money that's in the bank. But I feel like one thing we could do, we could buy this little forage wagon here. It's $50,384. We could take it back to our shop. We could fix it up, and then in the month of June we could sell it. We'll probably make about $6,000 on it. So there's a good way to make a little bit of money here. As you can see, it's about 49% used. And we have an opportunity to turn this into a nice profit. So we're going to go ahead and buy this $50,384. Bam, there it is. All right, let's pick up the wagon. We'll take it back to our shop and let's get busy in this episode. We have some fabric to sell. We have some wood to sell. We have some lettuce to sell. We have to fill up our sawmill with some more trees. And then we have to think about some of the purchases that we want to make. I mean, we want to buy another sawmill. I'd really like to buy the medium sawmill, but it's $150,000, and we don't have the money right now if we're trying to save money and get that harvester. We're really hoping that one of the harvesters becomes available in the used vehicle section in the next 2 months. Don't know what the odds of that happening are. Probably not that great, but we'll keep our fingers crossed. All right, getting onto the barge here. Let's go ahead and cross the river back up to the farm. All right, coming back up to the shop here. Let's go ahead and put this wagon right here and we'll go ahead and hop out and fix it. All right, $1,893, so let's just say $2,000. We're in this for about $52,000. Let's go ahead and repair it. And bam, there we go. Now we're gonna have to paint it next month when we go and sell it, but we're not worried about that. Let's go ahead and hop back into our John Deere. We're gonna go and grab our little trailer, and we have got to fill that trailer with our wool, take our wool to the spinnery. I believe there's a pallet of fabric over there, and we can take that fabric. Probably the playground seems to be the best price for fabric. And I think the last time we sold fabric, it was like $15,000 or $16,000 per pallet. So we'll make a nice chunk of change there. Bank account still $137,000. After we do that, we are going to get our lettuce. And we're going to sell our lettuce, make a couple bucks there. Tell you what, let's put this flap down and let's grab these lettuce pallets down here. We got one down here, we got two. Let's grab 2 of these. And also we're looking at our field of grass here. It's only 50% fertilized, so we do have to fertilize our grass in this episode. And we'll definitely take care of that. And we've thought about getting rid of these greenhouses because honestly, I mean, we have some bigger greenhouses up at the main farm. All right, there we go. I mean, this is tough to get to this lettuce here because of the way the greenhouse was put on the property, and there's a ridge there that just kind of gets in the way. All right, 1 pallet of lettuce on. Let's get this other one, and then I believe we have 2 pallets of lettuce at the lower greenhouse, and we probably have another 4 up at our main farm. We could have a little bit more than that. Now if each one of these sells for $3,000 per pallet, it's going to be a nice chunk of change here. All right, there we go, lettuce on the trailer. Oh boy, that is super sketchy. That's way too much lettuce for this little cart. And honestly, we should probably think about buying another trailer, like maybe a bigger trailer for this thing. All right, let's strap it all down. Hopefully, hopefully that's gonna work. I'm not sure. We just need to make it right here to the farmer's market. That's a lot of lettuce though. Let's see how much money we can get for this. All right, bam, whew. $32,250. Wow, that is pretty great. Wow, our bank account, all of a sudden it's back up to 170,000 pretty much. And are you serious? More lettuce spawned? More lettuce spawned while we were delivering that lettuce. That's another $6,000 sitting there. Well, let's scoop it up. I mean, why not? All right, bam, another $5,800. Put it in the bank account. We are up at $175,000, and we still have some wood and fabric to sell. We're going to be making a lot of money in this episode, which is a good thing. Let's go get our wool. Let's take it up to the spinnery, and then I tell you what we'll do. There we go, dropping the trail off. We are going to grab the fabric. We'll bring it back, and we will put the fabric with the wood. We'll take it all to the playground, and that should make us a pretty penny. I really don't care about those little half pallets that are sitting there. I mean, I could scoop them up and put them on this trailer, but honestly, I just figure wait until they get to be full pallets. There we go, there's one. Let's go over and pick up a couple more from the other sheep pen. And we got to check on the grass as well. We definitely want to make sure we keep our sheep fed, or otherwise they're not going to produce anything for us. And I think we were running low a couple episodes ago. All right, let's get these 2 pallets. That's going to be 3 more pallets of wool. And I think we have some over by our rice field as well, those sheep over there. I wonder if we can pick up 2 pallets here. Let's give it a shot. I think we can. All right, well, I mean, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it worked. We can just keep this wool hanging on. Hopefully it won't fall off. All right, we can just stick these guys right on here. All right, there we go. We can fit 2 more pallets on there, I'm sure. And if not, we just fit 1 on there and carry the other one on our front loader up to the spinnery. Well, speaking of the wood planks, I discovered something extremely cool on this map. Something that I've never discovered before. And once we get down to the wood, I will show you exactly what I'm talking about. It involves making a purchase, and I think you guys are gonna like it. All right, driving over the potato field, which really sucks. These ridges are tough to drive over. All right, there we go. Let's just keep this one on the front loader, and we will drive this to the spinnery. Yeah, taking a look at our rice field, doing really, really well. We'll probably have to flood the field the 2nd day of May, or perhaps in the month of June. Not really sure. Rice is new for us. This is our first time doing rice in Farming Simulator 25. So far, it's not a bad process. It's been pretty easy. You just have to create the field, plant the rice, buy the equipment, which is kind of cheap. We'll see how much profit there is in it. See, there's that one pallet of fabric. Well, let's go ahead and drop this off. All right, there goes one. And then let's just drop the rest of these off. Bam, there they go. All right, another 4,000 liters of wool into the spinnery. And let's go ahead and pick up this pallet of fabric. All right, let's head on down to the sawmill. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I'm thinking about for the wood planks. All right, down in this section of the map, I really like this section of the map. It's got some really cool vibes, some trees, some old industrial looking stuff. It's got like a little restaurant type of thing over here. And I like the idea of having some of these fields. And it would be nice to own the kind of this section down here. Pretty cool section. But what I really like is this right here. It's called the Grain Elevator Museum. I never knew it existed. Now let's go take a little tour. Oh, here it is. It's the Grain Elevator Museum. And I don't know what significance it has to Riverbend Springs, but I'm assuming because it's a museum, maybe it was the first grain mill in town. Maybe it's an area of historical significance, and it looks like somebody's been trying to restore it, but it is not very restored at all. Here's the cool thing. There's like a little drop area, and I thought, well, what does this thing do? And when you go up to the building, there's this little box here. It says Grain Elevator Museum, required materials, next step. This thing requires 6,000 liters of wood beams and 6,000 liters of long planks. Both of those things are produced by our sawmill. Now, they're only produced 1,000 liters at a time in one pallet, but I feel like if we just concentrate on wood beams and long planks, we could knock this out in, I don't know, a few months. We could have this material there, and then we just have to figure out what the next step is. I mean, this thing is one of those items on the map that you can restore and build. I don't know what happens after that. Perhaps you can buy it and I don't know, do something with it, but it's really intriguing to me. And with our sawmill, we can definitely do this. Now, we wouldn't be making any profit on our planks. That's the only kicker there. We're probably going to lose a lot of money putting our planks into here versus taking them to the playground. But take a look at field 67. It's only $41,520. Now, this field right across from the Grain Museum, it's just a blank field. I mean, honestly, this thing, it's a flat field of grass. Can you imagine buying this field? We could put another sawmill over here. I mean, we can cut down all these trees, throw them in the sawmill, and we could just have that sawmill over here focused on fixing this thing up. I mean, that is a really, really cool idea, and I really, really want to do it. It's going to cost us $41,000 for the plot of land. It's going to cost us another $35,000 to get a small sawmill down here. But man, I really think that we could do this. So something to think about. Leave it in the comments down below. Do we buy this plot of land? Put a little sawmill on it. I mean, it's flat. We could put greenhouses on here. We could plant something. We could turn this into a rice field. The options are endless. We could put sheep down here, chickens, like whatever. It's just a flat little piece of land that's pretty awesome. But I say that we buy this plot of land, put 1 or 2 sawmills on here. I mean, this could be our sawmill empire. We could have sawmills all around this place, or we could buy the medium sawmill for $150,000 at some point and put it over here. And that way we could fix up this Grain Elevator Museum and just be, you know, another thing that we could accomplish in this series. So let me know in the comments down below, is that something that we should do? My vote is yes. All right, back at the sawmill on the lower farm. Let's go ahead and put our fabric here in the trailer here, and we're going to pick up our planks. And we're going to take this stuff to the playground, and we are going to sell it. So this is one pallet of wood beams we could take over to that grain elevator museum, and we could put this in here. And honestly, I mean, I really don't know what the next step is with that. All right, let's just put that on there. That's fine. It's going to stay on there. We'll strap it down. I mean, here's the problem that we're running into. $10,000 per pallet of wood beams, and we're going to have to give up 6 of them. So that's $60,000 in wood that we're not going to be profiting on. We're going to be basically donating it to this grain elevator museum. But I don't know. I mean, what happens at the end if you own it and can sell it? I really don't know. It's so intriguing to me. I really feel like we should do it. Price of fabric down at the playground is $18,000. Good Lord. It's peak time for fabric right now. So this haul right here is another $28,000 in product. And that is pretty awesome. I mean, this sawmill has paid for itself. I mean, it paid for itself pretty much right away. $35,000 to buy it. And the product that it produces makes a shit ton of money at the playground. So it looks like our bank account's going to be up over $200,000. Puts us in a really great position to make some sort of strategic purchase. And I think I know exactly what we're going to buy. All right, here we go. Coming up to the playground. We're about to make $28,000, I think. If my math was correct, which it probably was. Bam, $28,918. Our bank account now up over $200,000. Tell you what, this series is rolling right along. Episode number 35, Rags to Riches. I mean, honestly, we started with nothing. And we have built up a nice little farm here. And speaking of building up a nice little farm, it's time to ask yourself the question of the day. Are you subscribed to the channel? If the answer is no, stop what you're doing right now and hit that subscribe button. What the hell are you waiting for? And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you're notified of all the content coming out. And hit that like button. Even if you don't like the video, you gotta hit it. It's part of the YouTube rules. And leave your comments down below. Doesn't even matter what you say. Oh, coming back up here, we're driving past the farm and notice another pallet of wood. This must be long planks. Let's go ahead and pick it up and let's actually see what it is. Yep, long planks here. Now we got to take these to the playground and sell these. Honestly, I think it's just a sign that we should buy this land down here and we could donate some of our wood to this grain elevator. I mean, I really want to do that. But we are going to wait. I want to see what you guys have to say in the comments down below. For right now, we're going to take these wood planks to the playground, which really sucks because we were just there. But we got to take them there. We got to sell them. We got to make that money. All right, there we go. Let's strap them down, and I will see you guys at the playground. Let's see how much money we get for these things. All right, here we go, rolling up to the playground. Let's just sell this right there. All right, $7,000 for the long planks, and let's head on back to the farm. Alright, back here on the farm. Let's go ahead and park our trailer right under this little tree here. And let's check on a couple things. Alright, want to check on our goats. They've got some grass. Sheep are about, I don't know, halfway, a little more than halfway through their grass. These sheep are good with their grass. And these sheep are good with their grass. Well, let's hop in our Deutz Fahr. We do have a couple of tasks to do. We got to grab our fertilizer spreader, and we have to fertilize all of our grass fields. And then once we fertilize the grass fields, we'll be done with that. We've got 24% fertilizer in here. It should be enough to do our grass fields because the grass fields aren't that big. So let's take this down. We'll fertilize the grass here. All right, there we go. Grass fields are all done being fertilized. We pretty much ran out of fertilizer. We're actually just going to pop this fertilizer spreader over here. In case there's any contracts that come up, we can grab it and go refill it. And we'll just put it right over here by this baler. All right, there we go. Just got to remember where we put it because we have a tendency to forget things and then we lose equipment. All right, next task on our list, we have to fill our sawmill. It's probably going to take about 2 trees, so we're actually going to park this. Let's go ahead and take our John Deere. Actually, you know what? It's disconnected. Let's move the John Deere over here, because it's done a lot of work for us today and we're going to need to wash it. Alright, this tractor has done some work today. We're going to keep it clean, but we are going to make one big purchase because we do have enough money. I mean, we made a lot of money in this episode so far, and we still have a forage wagon that in the month of June we're going to sell. And we'll probably make another 6 or 7 grand from that. And that'll be pretty great. All right, this thing is good enough. Let's go ahead and return this. Hopping back in the old Deutz Fahr. Let's grab our trailer. We've got our chainsaw. And let's see what deadwood contracts are out there. Oh, wow. We've got contracts available. I mean, there weren't any at the beginning of the episode, but now there are. And here is a mowing contract, and we are for sure going to do that. Let's accept that contract. That's going to be $5,700. That's great. And then here's a deadwood contract. I don't remember this area of the map. I think it's pretty good. So we're going to accept that deadwood contract. All right, let's head to the deadwood contract, and we can grab a couple trees. We're going to bring these back to the sawmill. All right, here we are at the deadwood contract. I mean, these trees are pretty easy to find. This is a pretty great location. We got to cut the trees down so that they fall inside the area, though. So we're going to have this tree fall this way. That means we got to cut it like this. And here we go. All right, contract is completed. We filled up the sawmill. We got to grab our mowers and go do that mowing contract. Now the crappy part is it's raining, and it's always hard to cut the grass in the rain. So let's go ahead and grab our mowers here. I'm glad there are some contracts for us to do, just some extra money to be made. We'll use our Deutz Fahr on this one. All right, there we go. Back mower's attached. Let's go ahead and attach the front mower. Then we can go cut this grass. There we go. Mowers are attached. Grass cutting time is almost upon us. Let's go down to the field. It's not that far away. Hey, look. A couple pallets of lettuce have spawned. And I did have a comment in the last video, the last Rags to Riches video, that talked about making kimchi. And while I do love to eat kimchi, I have no idea how it's made. So I did a little bit of research, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments down below, I do believe that in order to make kimchi, you need to own the processing plant, or the canned food factory, or the processed foods plant, I think is what it is. Now that processed foods plant, $330,000. So while I would really like to produce things like kimchi, we are not there yet. And first priority in this series is going to be to buy the Tailor Shop. We already have the spinnery, and we need to get that Tailor Shop up and running. It's the biggest goal of this series. Once we get that Tailor Shop up and running, then all we need to do at that point is just have a sustainable income and a nice bank account, which could be anywhere from, I don't know, $500,000, something like that. And then this series is going to be over. We are going to have completed all of the goals that we set out to complete. All right, let's unfold these mowers and get things going. All right, here we go. It's mowing time. All right, there it is. The contract is done, and boy, are our mowers dirty. We're gonna have to take these up to the main farm, and we are gonna have to wash these off. And it's been a great day here on the farm. I mean, despite the weather, it's rainy, but we have made a lot of money. Our bank account now up $212,000, and that is excellent. And speaking of money, let's add to the bank account, and let's go ahead and collect our money from this contract. All right, money's been collected. Now we do have 2 fertilizing, and look, we have another mowing contract. Oh my gosh, man, we just have to take the ferry over and do this field, and it's $9,000. Tell you what, we're gonna accept the contract. I mean, you cannot turn down $9,000 for a mowing contract. And we're not gonna wash the mowers. We're gonna head right to that contract. right, well, we are done that mowing contract, another $9,000. Let's go ahead and collect that money. And bam, just like that, we are up to $227,000 in the bank. Let's start up our John Deere. Let's move this out of the way because we do have to wash off the mowers and our Deutz Fahr tractor. They are absolutely disgustingly dirty. And nobody likes a dirty tractor. And nobody likes dirty mowers. I mean, that's just the way it is. You're going to have to deal with it. All right, getting out our sprayer. And first things first, let's take care of this front mower. Boy, this thing is disgusting. And like I said just a minute ago, we are going to have to make one big purchase to end this episode. $227,000 in the bank. And I tell you what, we're going to have some money coming in the next month and a half. So we can afford to spend some money and still have money left over for our harvester purchase. And we're going to have to purchase that harvester. Hopefully one would come available in the used vehicle section, but we cannot bank on that because the chances of that happening slim to none. So let's finish washing off our mowers. We got to take care of our farming equipment here. And once these things are all nice and shiny clean, let's spend some money. Oh, look at this. Looking brand new almost. I mean, the Deutz Fahr is nice and clean. The front mower is nice and clean. The back mower is nice and clean. Everything nice and clean. All right, returning the sprayer. Time to spend some money. Yep, and here it is. The sheep pen is happening. We are putting a second sheep pen. We're actually going to put it right here so it faces the other sheep pen. Now we're in our field of potatoes, but we don't care about potatoes. I do have another series on this channel that is going on, and I gotta tell you, we got potatoes going in that series and it sucks. So we're just gonna have two sheep pens here facing each other. We're gonna have to buy a lot of sheep and we are gonna be set as far as our wool production. It's just going to increase. Now we're going to have to go to the store and buy some grass to get in this sheep pen, but honestly, that's okay with me. You know, I kind of also like this sheep pen being down here a little bit. We can sort of back this up and place it here. We'll still have some room to get the wool pallets from the other sheep barn, but then we will also have this sheep barn here. All right, there we go. We're gonna back this up and we'll place it right kind of parallel with the other one. And let's go ahead and buy it. All right, here it is, our newest sheep pen. And that is looking pretty cool. We've got the space over here where the new wool pallets will spawn. We'll have plenty of room to pick them up. We've got the meadow in the back. Now we don't have any sheep, so we're gonna have to buy some sheep. And we still have room over here to get a tractor in to get the pallets of wool that spawn here. So there it is. Let's buy some sheep. All right, this is what we do. We buy the adult goats. Now this thing holds 64, I think 64 sheep. Yeah, here we go. Let's just buy, I think this thing holds 68 sheep. So let's buy 15 of each kind. It's going to be $8,000. Let's go ahead and buy these sheep. These are the Landress of Bentheim. Let's go down here and let's purchase the Stein Schaff. All right, we'll get 15 of them. The Swiss Black Brown Mountain Sheep. Let's get 15 of them. And then we got the Black Welsh Mountain Sheep. Let's get 15 of them. And now we just need 8 more. And I'll tell you what, we like these Stein Shafts, so let's just buy 8 more of these guys. $4,311, there it is. Bam, and there are the sheep. Now we need some grass to put in this sheep barn. That way the sheep can start to produce some wool. Hopping on in the John Deere tractor, we are going to grab our little trailer, which I believe is down at the other farm. And let's go to the store. Let's buy 2 big grass bales. and we'll stuff those in that new sheep pen. And we now have 4 large sheep pens working to produce wool for our fabric in the spinnery. And this is just one step closer in us getting to the tailor shop. All right, let's go into the bales category. Let's take some square bales and let's buy 2 of those things. $3,000. There it is. All right, those things are going to be waiting for us at the shop. Our bank account is down to $90,000. But you know, in the next month or so, I'm sure we're going to be able to recoup some money so that we can still buy a harvester come time to harvest our oat field. I'm pretty confident about that. We still have the forage wagon that we fixed up. We can sell that in the first day of June. And we are on our way to just really getting on with that tailor shop. I mean, the amount of fabric that we're going to be able to produce here with all of the wool going in is just going to be awesome. All right, let's pick up these 2. Oh my God, what the hell happened to the pallet fork? Did we lose our pallet fork? Oh no, where the hell's our pallet fork? I think I accidentally knocked it off. All right, yeah. We accidentally knocked the pallet fork off, so let's go ahead and reset it. And there it is. Okay, geez a whiz. Tell you what, if you make mistakes like that, thank God Farming Simulator has a mechanism in the game where you can help yourself out here and just reset the piece of equipment to appear at the shop. All right, pallet fork attached. Now we're in business. Let's see if we can pick up both of these grass bales, put them on the trailer at once. All right, here we go. We got to be careful. This is going to be a little tricky, but I think we can do it. And there it is. All right, strapping it down. We'll see you back at the farm. All right, here we go, pulling up. Let's get these grass bales over to these sheep. I mean, they're hungry. Look at them. They look hungry. All right, there we go. One grass bale gone. The other one should hang out there for a minute. And that is it. We have now 4 full sheep pens to help us out with that wool production, and that is going to be awesome. We're going to need the grass in our grass fields to keep these sheep nice and happy, nice and fed, and that is amazing. And speaking of amazing, we have a lot of amazing things to come in this series. And guys, I want to thank you for watching the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for all the love and support on the channel. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, leave the comments, do all the things you got to do. I mean, you know what you got to do, just go ahead and do it. The hell are you waiting for? Please come on back for the next episode. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. And we are going to see you right back here in the next video.